point is, something that was negatively stigmatized more so than bodybuilding, right? It was considered more dangerous than bodybuilding. It was considered more ridiculous, right? More everything, right? And then it went just right. It went just right past the bodybuilding, right? Just passed us the fuck up. But then here's the miraculous thing: it passed up boxing and all the other fighting, kickboxing, judo. I mean, anything that was getting any kind of following at all. Boxing was always the very, very most coveted and sought after, thanks to some of these great champions like Muhammad Ali and guys like that, Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and Mike Tyson, and these big names that have really made these fights exciting and glamorous and entertaining and all of this. Mayweather, right? Well, then what the fuck happened? Fucking martial arts and the UFC just went boom, especially the UFC. Pretty much dominating right now. There's a couple other federations that are decent, but they have a long ways to go if they're going to catch UFC, right? So here's my point. So why can't we do that with bodybuilding? Right? I'm asking. Okay. Whatever you have to say could be overcome. Because if people are getting kneed in the face and headbutted and everything else, and there's all these crazy, dangerous things that go along with it, and we can fix that, and everything's perfect now, don't you think we can do the same thing with bodybuilding? Of course we can, right? Now we get The Rock involved. I'm fucking pumped about that. He's so busy, it's going to be hard for him to promote. But what if he gets so fucking involved and so jacked, right, with this thing, he can, decides to clear his calendar a little bit more and be able to devote some decent amount of chunk of time to get it rolling, right? Man, that could be huge, right? If Arnold is getting a little older, so his passion is just as high, but his promoting days are not quite as, it's not, he's busy already, right? So for him to go out and promote, especially at his age, is tough. Okay, he's already did his job. He's slayed his dragons. He's done so much for the sport already. He can sit back and have his contests. He's already continues to do on a daily basis. And great things for the sport of bodybuilding. Okay, he's the reason it's as popular as it is right now. Okay, but we need somebody else to take that torch, right, and do what Arnold started and Joe Weider, right? They got this whole ball rolling. They got the whole thing started, and they took it to a whole nother level. Well, for some reason, we start to seem to think that these athletes are non-personable, boring, too quiet, too introverted to themselves, having no idea. And this is partially, we have some great Generation Iders do a lot for the sport. It's helping, but it's not quite putting the athletes in quite the right light as it could be. It's close. It's really close. They're doing a really good job. Dave Palumbo's doing a great job. It's very entertaining. I love freaking watching this shit with Lee Priest and all this, battle back and forth between him and Sean Ray and back to Dave and, all this stuff and controversial things, and they get that crazy guy on there with the blown up bombs, right? And, that Valentino dude. So, I mean, it's just, he had 25, no, it's 27, I think, in jobs at one time. But, it's very entertaining with some of those guys, right? He gets some colorful characters on there. Some people have an appreciation for that. Sometimes people are, whoa, it's a little too overboard, it's a little over the top. Too Adam Sandler type style. I personally like that shit, right? Imagine that. Showtime liking the over the top shit. And nobody saw that coming. But we take some of these big sponsors. We've got this guy that's done probably the best interviews I've seen yet, that sets the athletes down and brings out their personalities. Okay, we got Phil Heath that people have been criticizing. Sean Ray was talking about he needs to get on the ball and he doesn't do nothing. No, he's going to be... He does need a little bit of a nudge, but when you nudge him, he's ready to fucking fire out of the shoot down the lane, right? Like a sprinter, like a Usain Bolt. I mean, this guy he's sharp, man. He's smart. He loves the sport of bodybuilding.